Alright, so today we're going to talk about looted wagons and what makes these guys worth taking. So first of all, the biggest complaint that a lot of people have with looted wagons is that they're a 35-point heavy support choice and a codex that, well, we don't have the best heavy support choices, but I mean, obviously we want to still utilize them as best as possible. For the most part, though, nowadays in 6th edition, if you want to take something, with double force org, you can do it. But anyway, there's two kinds of looted wagons. That's why I've got two here. We've got your transport looted wagons that you can fit a bunch of guys in, and they can run up the table and do whatever the hell they want. And then we've got your boom gun looted wagons, which are, a hell of a lot more fun, if you ask me. But, they're pretty cheap base. They're basically a rhino. Same point value, same armor values. Pretty weak. 11 front, 11 side, 10 rear. And then we've got the ability to take our good friend, the boom gun. Now the boom gun is pretty cool. The boom gun is something that is basically a battle cannon from a Lehman Russ, which is why you see a lot of looted wagons are Lehman Russes. Personally, having played Imperial Guard for so long, I had a billion tanks, and so I was just like, alright, I'm just going to take one of these because I feel like it, and converted it. This is basically all just from the Battle Wagon kit, so this is Battle Wagon stuff. I chopped up the plates and stuff and super glued it and made it happen. I added some chains here and there, and then yeah. It also can run as a proxy Lehman Russ. It's got the zap gun. I'll do that every now and then. If I'm just really feeling mean, I'll ally with Imperial Guard and take this guy. But anyway, for the transport one, I like to use it to transport tank busters. So I've kitted it as such. It's got a Scorcher on it, which is pretty great. It's a heavy flamer. And then I gave it a boarding plank for my guy with the tank ammo, and then that's it. That's all I wanted. You can give these things pretty much all the upgrades. You can take 2 big shooters, 2 rockets. You can take grot riggers. You can take stick bomb chuckers, wrecking balls, reinforced rams, grabbing claws. You can pretty much give them all the upgrades. Can't give them a def roller though, unfortunately. But so why take these guys over their other counterparts? So their counterparts for the transport one, pretty obvious. You have your truck and your battle wagon. The truck is cheaper and faster and a little bit more durable, actually. And then you've got your battle wagon, which is a heck of a lot more durable, but certainly the same speed. And this you can't even always control. On a roll of a 1, their technology fails or something, and they can't control their vehicle anymore, and then they're just screwed as they go pell-mell forward towards the enemy. Now, personally, that's not a big problem for me because that's really orky. I mean, the technology fails all the time. I love this guy. He's all like, let me focus. Focus. Thank you. He says, like, why is this wire broke? I don't understand. And, but anyway, I think it's really important as you look at a unit to go, what does it give me that I want? And for the looted wagons, they give me more vehicles, obviously. But why take them over a battle wagon? Or a truck? Well, for this one, the weaponry really spoke to me, because my tank busters, they can't handle infantry at all. They can handle Space Marines okay, but only because their stuff's AP3. But, that's about it. And I wanted them to get where they were going. And armor value 11 doesn't seem like a big jump, but when you're fighting little things like Tau, or even Space Marines, armor value 11 makes a big deal. So I really wanted something a little bit more durable. And I liked the options that the looted wagon afforded me. Personally, I don't think it's that bad at all. and it can even transport 12 models as opposed to 10, which I believe the Rhino can only transport 10, so that's great. And it's open topped, so unlike a Rhino, you can assault out of it and do all that fun stuff. So I really just wanted it for the Scorcher. That and because it's another thing about looted wagons that you won't find with other vehicles is they're really cheap money wise. For example, this cost me $4. Not kidding, because it's just an Army Men tank that I chopped off the turret, carved out the back, added these are Land Raider doors. That's the sprue that they were on in the middle. And then I had a roll bar here from the truck, a truck kit, but that fell off. And then the Scorcher tanks and the Scorcher itself are from the Land Raider Crusader, and then these are from, I believe, a battle wagon kit, as is the, and this, I think, is from a truck kit, as is this. So anyway, the point is, the cool thing about looted wagons is that they're cheap, money-wise, and that's awesome. This one was not so cheap money-wise. This was a heck of a lot of fun to do, and it was just another orc unit that I just really wanted. But why would you take a boom gun over the battle wagon with a kill cannon? Well, this is actually an argument we can win, other than just it's cheap and has mediocre armor. This is an argument that is quite solid, because the kill cannon on the battle wagon is awful. All right, it's ordnance, which means that if you put any other guns on it, let's say you make this a DACA wagon, and you put your def guns in there with your ludas and all that stuff, and you're just unleashing hell upon the enemy. If you fire that kill cannon, all of a sudden everything has to fire snapshots because it's ordnance. That sucks. And then not only that, but let's say that you want to actually shoot something, minimum or maximum range 24. All right, so good luck. And you're only strength 7, so you're not going to kill a character. This, maximum range 36, which is 12 inches bigger, which means that you can actually hit crap from turn 1, which is great. And then it's got a strength 8, AP 3 large blast, so that's phenomenal. And you don't have to worry about the whole ordnance thing, because it's cheap. It's 105 points that you can just throw a huge pie plate that will devastate your opponent. And it really gives them something that they have to deal with. If they don't touch this thing, then, that's their mistake. And you can get this out to be, pretty shooty as well. You can, I give it a rocket just for some extra stuff. The zap gun, I usually actually don't use. The zap gun's just, it's really not a good gun. Not at all, really. Sometimes I'll say it's an extra rocket launcher. But I never run as a zap. Oh, wait, you can't take a zap gun on this. Oh, yeah, I remember. I was going to make this a battle wagon with a kill cannon. That's what it was. So you actually can't take the zap gun on this. So, yeah, it has to be an extra rocket launcher. That's why I do that. Anyway, but I digress. The whole point of the looted wagons is really just to have something orky, something that looks cool on the table, and something that functions in a unique way. You can get a looted wagon to be, forward and assaulty. You can get one to be, stay in the back and shoot. As far as upgrades go, let's go down the list real quick before I go. Ard case. Should you take it? Well, if you're in a looted wagon that's going to be rocking the boom gun, then I would consider it. If you're rocking a transport one, never, ever, ever, not in a million years. Even if you're a shooting unit that doesn't want to assault out of it, the fact that all of the guys inside can shoot when it's open-topped, phenomenal. So, you actually lose cool stuff when you become closed-top. So yeah, I mean, it's something to consider. Like, if you really just don't want your opponent to have the upper hand with this thing, if you have the points to spare, go for it. I mean, it's a solid upgrade. I would never knock anyone who took it. It's just not my thing. Like, this is actually usually run as an open top. That's why I have the boys open top, is to emphasize that it's open top. That, and I feel like orc boys would just hitch a ride anywhere they could. Like, I don't feel that they like walking too much. Not when they can get into battle faster. Anyway, next up we got red paint job. As you can see, I don't take it really on either of them. I like red paint job for what it's worth, obviously. I mean, it's a cool thing. But I don't like it as much as all the other orc players seem to. Like, a lot of orc players, like, if they can take red paint job, they'll take red paint job. And I don't really get that. And what else we got? Grot riggers, meh. I've never had grot riggers come in handy. I'm sure someone has. If they could repair a hull point, hell yeah. But they can't. Stick bomb chucker. It can be cheaper than giving the unit stick bombs. I wouldn't. I don't take it because, I mean, you're initiative 2. You're not really going to get the drop on anybody. Armor plates, never take them ever. Way too expensive. Boarding plank, I like it here because I have a tank ammo guy. You can only make a single attack anyway, so works for me. Wrecking ball would be good, but meh. I mean, you have to be so close. It's so situational. The boarding plank, it's helping me utilize something I already took, so that's why I take that. Wrecking ball is just not necessary. Reinforced ram, it's cool. It's just more points though. This thing's gonna die, so you don't have to be as cheap as possible. And then grab and claw. I don't see why anyone would ever take a grab and claw unless you're fighting those crafty Eldar. Anyway, this video's been like 11 minutes now, just talking about looted wagons. I'm sure you guys are tired of staring at them. Thanks for watching.